Today, we're going to talk about how you can automate your YouTube research with Claude 3.5 using Make.com. Now, you can apply this to other social media platforms as well, but I'm just going to focus on YouTube because this is something that I've been doing myself a lot recently, and it's a process that I'm starting to automate. So the way it works is pretty straightforward. It starts with identifying similar channels and then looking for outliers on those channels. So videos that are performing better than normal. So as an example, if a channel usually gets around 2,000 views and then one video gets 10,000 views, I would consider that an outlier. Next, you would consider fit with your existing content, with your channel, with your audience. And then finally, we summarize that all into a daily email that you get every morning. So this is what this build kind of looks like. But there's a couple of different steps that we need to do to set this up so that we can actually do this build. So for this, before we dive into it, I'm just going to walk through the tools we'll be using. So we'll be using Make.com, which is this platform here. And Make.com is a workflow automation platform. It lets us combine different tools, join them together, orchestrates how the different tools fit and interact with each other. We'll be using Claude 3.5 for our large language model, our AI model here. You can use ChatGPT or GPT-4o if you want to. I've been using Claude 3.5 because I've just found it to be better since it came out, I think a week ago now. We'll be using Airtable, and Airtable is literally just here as a source or data store for all of the channels that we'll be monitoring. You can use Google Sheets as well. I just use Airtable because a lot of my stuff is already in Airtable. So I just use Airtable, but feel free to use Google Sheets. The logic will be largely the same. Then finally, we'll just be using Gmail. You don't have to. I use Gmail. So I'm just using the Gmail module to send myself basically a daily email every morning. This is just one I ran right before this video, just to give you an example of what these emails look like every day. So every day it sort of sends me this summary email of, from all the channels that I'm monitoring, what are the videos or types of content that is performing really well. And sort of the next step from here, which I haven't included in this tutorial, is sort of ingesting your own content and using that as like a input into the inspiration or ideation process to then generate additional video ideas based on what's performing well for your channel, like a custom recommendation. So let's go through the basic build first, and then at the end, I'll sort of talk you through how you might implement some of those more advanced features I've talked about. Cool. So step one, come up with these YouTube channels that you find are similar to yours or might target a similar audience to your audience on YouTube. And you can see I've typed here as YouTube because in my actual workflow, I actually do monitor a lot more other channels as well, Twitter, TikTok, all that sort of stuff. But for this video, just YouTube, keep it simple. For YouTube, what you will need to do is get a channel ID. So to get a channel ID, let me show you how you do that. So if I go to my channel here, you'll see that there is, if you go to more, there is a share channel option and copy channel ID. So that's the channel ID you need. And the reason we need the channel ID is every YouTube channel actually has a RSS feed. YouTube doesn't really advertise this, but they've sort of had this for many years now. And the way it works is you sort of put this URL in, and then you do channel ID is equal to your channel ID here. So you put in your username, it won't work. So if I did @YangP10, it wouldn't work. You have to put in the channel ID for this to work. Cool. So let's assume you've got your Airtable now, you've put in the channel IDs, that's all good, set up, ready to go. What's next is go into your Make.com, drag in your Airtable block to start with. The first one is around searching records. And this is just pulling from my Airtable. I'm pulling in the channel IDs and the name of the channels. So, and I've limited it to 10 just for this video because I've only got 9 here, but depending on how many you have, you can change the limits, but basically you need to pull in the name of each channel and the channel ID. Once you get that, you use the RSS module within Make.com. So this is just using that URL I mentioned and showed you just then, which is this channel ID feed thing, which turns every channel into a feed of videos. And what we're doing here is just subbing in the channel ID that we got from Airtable. And what this will do is I've returned 9 rows of data from Airtable, and it will iterate through each of those rows through this RSS feed to get the RSS feeds for each of those channels, right? So if I click in here, you can see, like if I click a random one, for this channel, we've pulled in the latest 10 videos from that channel, right? And I'm pulling in 10 videos, but realistically, if you're running this every day, you could do less. You just need to do 10 if you're doing a bit more advanced stuff. But if you're just keeping it simple, 5 videos from each channel is more than enough. So after this, what we need to do is we've now got 9 feeds. We need to do a bit of data processing within make.com. So what we're really trying to do is trying to combine all of this like video data from all of these 9 channels. And each channel right now has 10 bundles. So first, we need to combine the different bundles within each channel. So I'm using the text aggregator tool within make.com. And what I do here is I just create like, this is the title, this is the description, this is the author, the video URL, and then the view count. And then what this will do is for each channel, combine all of these for each of the videos into one big block of text. And then my second iterator here will combine them again. So all 10 channels into an even bigger blob of text. So now I have one massive blob of text with all the videos and all the video performance data from all the channels that I'm monitoring. So I just show you here, this is what it looks like. So this is what I'm passing into Claude. You can see it's super long now, right? So we've got all these videos, the description. You don't necessarily need the description because sometimes descriptions can take up a lot of tokens. So it's up to you. Got the view count for each one. And I've just got this huge sort of block of text now, right? A huge block of text. So because we have so much text, something to keep in mind here is you want to make sure you're using a model that has a large enough context window. If you're using any of the newer models, you're probably fine. But if you're using, as an example, GPT 3.5, some of the earlier models won't have enough of a context window to support something like this. And in that case, all you need to do is really just remove the description because that's where most of the tokens are going. Cool. So just before I move on from here, I'm going to show you my prompt really quickly. My prompt here is, you are helping the user who is a YouTuber, and the user will provide you with this video performance data, which is just a huge blob of text that we got. And then I'm asking the AI to identify the top performing videos for the user to research further. And I'm just telling it to identify videos that are better performing than normal. And I'm getting it to return HTML because we're getting it all in an email later in a table format, which sort of gives us this nice little table here with the strong performing videos. And I can just click into these links to look into the videos further. Cool. So it does that. And then I just have the Gmail module where I email myself the text response from Claude. And I just set this to run every single day. So I would actually just change this to every day. And that's all good. Now, before we wrap up this video, I mentioned to you, like, this can be a lot more advanced. Like, you want the recommendations that you get every day to be tailored to your own channel. So what I usually do here is actually just in the prompt, it's super simple. The easy way is just to post in a couple of your recent videos. So you might just go to your channel and paste, like, just literally just go to your video section and then just paste in the last, let's say 12 videos, copy it and just put it straight into your system prompt. Now that's a bit manual. There are more automated ways where you're fetching from your channel every time this automation runs as well. But if you're just starting out, that is more than enough. Cool. So that's it for this video. If you have any thoughts, feedback, leave a comment. I recently launched a free AI course where I teach you just basic AI skills to be more productive in your work, as well as a bit about AI automations, stuff like this that you can implement in your business to scale more efficiently, scale more profitably. So link for that is in my bio, 100% free. If you do need help with AI or automations in your business, shoot me a DM, reach out. I have a link in my bio. I offer AI consulting. But yeah, if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up and follow for more. I will see you in my next video.